Anyway, and I told all of this to him, and he said, dude, I'm old. I might have made a mistake. I might have made a boo-boo. You know, go ahead and correct it. Someone else write a book. I said, could you please reprint another edition? And could you please rewrite the Sharia court for the 2002 decision, I think, where he said pardon is not acceptable. And he said, okay, look, right now the seculars want to hijack this mistake and you must not let them. And that is where I'm baffled. I'm baffled. If the United States wants us to do something, and our traditional fiqh tells us to do something, does that mean we do not do what our traditional fiqh tells us to do because we might be representing a secular agenda or something? And that's where parties like Jamaat Islami and Student Tahreek are to be blamed, because essentially they're presenting themselves as scholars when they're not. What has Mr. Fareed Praja Saab studied? Has he done an ijazah for 15 years? Has he studied all these compulsory books that comes on television? And one last thing, by the way, there's a verse that's going around YouTube that he misquoted, by the way, right? Yeah. And the thing that I found wrong with this was not actually that he misquoted, but that the verse itself, munafiqeen, jinke dil mein marz hai, let's assume for a moment it should be applied to everyone. Jab tak wo baaz na aaye, agar wo baaz na aaye. This word, agar wo baaz na aaye, has two implications: habitual offense and pardon. Agar wo baaz na aaye, if he does not correct his way, means main pehli dafa karunga to baaz to nahi aa sakta na. I'm in the middle of committing blasphemy and then everyone says baaz aa jao. Right? I'm a habitual offender. And someone says baaz aa jao, I say, okay, I won't do it again, and he leaves me alone. We don't see these things. And I think part of the problem is all of us, people like you and I. Because we go like the human rights, yeah. What does that mean? Really? For us, what they're saying, is it true? Is it factually correct? And is the idea that our laws should abide human rights? Or our laws should abide, so should divorce religion and state? As much as I respect the idea, is it even relevant today, considering we are a democracy? Is it even relevant? I mean, that's a question I even asked you guys. I asked Madam Sarah and I asked everyone, and it's a genuine question. I'm confused myself. Is the idea that state and religion should be separate? And if we are fighting on grounds that are essentially human rights, we're just talking to ourselves. We're not talking to them. There's no dialogue. I think I've already gone over. I have 3 more pages to cover. Well, anyway, I would love for you guys to ask me questions. And again, if I made a mistake, it's my fault. I've done this as honestly I could have. And I encourage you guys to ask questions and talk to me afterwards as well. I would love to talk. Thank you.